Hey, what's good guys, it's Zach here with Android Police taking a look at the latest offering from OnePlus, the OnePlus 5. So it's pretty crazy to see how far OnePlus has come. While they're still not super popular and not everyone knows about their phones, they're definitely a growing company, and each year they do their best to release a phone that they hope will make people think twice about that iPhone or Galaxy, and with the 5, I guess you could say they've done it again. Now, it has been a while since I've seen a phone under so much fire for a number of different reasons. You've got people displeased with the design, saying it's ugly and it looks like an iPhone. You've got people disappointed in the price tag, it's missing features, the list just goes on. While I understand their frustration, I don't really think the phone deserves all that. Now let me start off by saying the OnePlus 5 is one of the best phones, if not the best phone, you can get for under 500 bucks. It's pretty hard to find a phone with this loaded of a spec sheet in this price range, right? It's pretty hefty on paper. While the design isn't flashy, and being totally serious here, I prefer the looks of the 3T over the design of the 5, but I do like the 5's feel in the hand better. It's more comfortable and it's easier to manage. I get it, it looks pretty plain, but for me, what it lacks in design can easily be made up for with this black dragon skin I got from dbrand, link in the description. I do give OnePlus credit for making the phone very thin while keeping the headphone jack. Yes, the headphone jack is alive and well here on this phone. Along with the headphone jack, we have the alert slider on the left, so they kept that too. It's really nice to have, and I kind of miss it on other phones sometimes. And something else they kept is this 5.5-inch 1080p AMOLED display. Yes, it's pretty much the same exact display as the 3Ts. Some people hate that, others, like myself, honestly don't mind. While I've definitely been spoiled by 1440p displays, I'd be lying to you if I said this screen isn't good because of its resolution. Once again, it's one of the best looking 1080p panels you'll come across on a phone, and on top of that, it supports the P3 color gamut, which allows the screen to display a wider range of color. So yes, the OnePlus 5 isn't flashy, it doesn't look particularly cool, it's still missing things like water resistance and wireless charging, but in spite of all that, similar to the Google Pixel, it's what's on the inside that counts. And what we get on the inside is nothing short of awesome. We've got Android 7.1.1 topped with Oxygen OS, complete with the stock Android look and feel and the usual Oxygen OS customization features. And the user experience here is fantastic. Never has this phone lagged, choked up, and stuttered on me, so nothing like that. It's smooth, it's quick, responsive, and very fast, and pretty much everything about this phone is fast. From just using the phone, unlocking it using the fingerprint reader, to charging the phone, it's great. The gaming and media experience is nice as well. The bottom firing speaker does leave a lot to be desired, but it gets the job done, and if you're a heavy reader, there is a feature that pretty much puts the phone into what I call the Kindle Paperwhite mode to make reading easier and more enjoyable. Battery life is also pretty solid. Mine brings in about 5.5 hours of screen on time consistently, so making it through the day on a single charge is quite easy. Overall, performance is nowhere near an issue for the OnePlus 5. Now, something that can be looked at as an issue is the camera. First, let me say that the camera on the phone isn't bad by any means. You can get some really nice shots with this using both the rear and front facing cameras, and I've definitely seen worse in this price range. You get the added bonus of the secondary 20 megapixel telephoto lens that lets you zoom into your subject without losing much detail compared to using regular zoom. You also get portrait mode, which looks to completely blur out the background of your subject to get that more professional photography look. It only works okay. It's not the worst thing ever, but it's pretty inconsistent and I couldn't bring myself to use it on a day-to-day basis. And alas, there's no sign of optical image stabilization, which is especially apparent when taking video. But overall, the camera on this phone is nice, and I can trust it for a day of shooting. So I gotta say, all things considered, I really like what this phone has to offer. I will admit it didn't exactly meet my expectations, and it's not a huge upgrade from the 3T, and what makes this phone great is what made previous phones from OnePlus great. What we get is a phone that does everything it's supposed to do, and it does those things well. And say what you want about its price tag, it's still under 500 bucks, and I can definitely recommend it to someone who's looking for something that's cost effective, easy to use, and something that just works. It's a simple phone, and sometimes that's exactly what people need. The OnePlus 5 is a great phone, and while it won't wow you with its looks, it'll be sure to let its performance and user experience do the talking. So what do you guys think of the OnePlus 5? Go ahead and let us know your thoughts by dropping a comment down below. As always, we'd love to hear your feedback. But anyway, that does it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please feel free to hit that like button, subscribe to the Android Police channel if you haven't already. Also, shout out to dbrand for supporting the channel. Go ahead and check them out in the link in the description. That does it for me. I'll talk to you guys later, and thanks for watching.